And this is going to be a bit controversial, yeah? Women watching this won't connect with that.
I don't know about women. I've never been one.
Find your passion first, bro.
It's an idiot thing.
It's an idiot thing.
Bro, I can't lie. You're not good at closing, bro.
Your way didn't work.
Nah, it's not personal. Nah, hey, it stays in, bro. You are a self-help junkie, though.
Man, don't care about you love so early, bro.
Yeah.
Turn up.
Bro. That isn't necessarily self-care. That's what someone else has told you got to do. Self-care is what you do to make you happy.
No, but this is why I was looking forward to doing this.
That is the biggest thing that would annoy me. What am I going to do to get rich?
Alright. Now, I know you're not a massive fan of these kind of clips, yeah?
Nah.
Money doesn't make you happy. Happy makes you money.
Alright, so, boom, bam, bam. Happiness doesn't make you, what is it? Money doesn't make you happy, happy makes you money, yeah? What's your thoughts on that? Let's just dive in there. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't
Cheers,
think you
by the
should
way.
have said that. I don't think you should have said that.
Cheers, by the way. Man, ain't gonna cheers.
I can't-
Cheers, by the way. Lads on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
He
Why?
should've- Because I think if you've made a few bob, yeah, then I think you've got a responsibility to not say wild things.
Yeah, but why? Okay.
Because I think, I can't lie, do you know what it seems like? It seems like he's a rapper and he's just trying to force a punchline. He didn't need to do that.
Yeah, but then okay. I'll let you
He was
carry
just
on.
borrowing,
Cause
he was just borrowing. Look, I get both sides of the coin. I get it. I get that he was taken out of context. I completely understand that. And he probably actually explained it afterwards.
Yeah.
I haven't actually watched the full thing.
Yeah.
So he probably did explain it afterwards. But I just feel like it was just a reach, man. Like he just went for it. It was just a reach.
Do you know why? Okay, so let me tell you why I argue for it, yeah? The concept of happiness makes money, I'd be a hypocrite now because someone's gone viral and been embarrassed to jump on the other side, didn't it? Because at some point, I've probably said something similar. I think where he went mad was one word, and this is kind of why it's important to notice, like what we were saying in the sales training, like every word matters.
Yeah.
The word that he went mad with is happiness. Money is money makes happiness. How did he word it? He said money makes happiness.
No, he said money doesn't make happiness. Happiness makes money.
Yes. Now, saying happiness makes money can insinuate to someone, which I want to get into, to someone who's not looking at the context, that you just be happy and you make money. Now, my flip to that, however, is why are you stupid enough to think that that's what he means?
Yeah, I hear that, but that's why, again, I think you have to communicate. When you use your words, you speak as if people are stupid. So you explain it. Like you said, every word matters. And if every word matters, then you as someone who knows that people are going to be watching this on a podcast actually have to think about what you say. You can't just speak and be like, well, you should have known that what I really meant was... Say what you really meant.
Agreed.
Which, like I said, he might have done, though.
Yeah, and that brings me on to what I think is wrong, I think, nowadays with the social media space. So, like, first and foremost, on one side of what he said, I hear what he's saying because I would always tell people, especially in sales, yeah, because sales is a transform enthusiasm, for you to be able to do well in this sales day, course, whatever, like this day that you walk into that sales floor, you got to be happy, yeah, because if you're in a negative state, no, this is facts.
No, the reason I don't know about happy. Happy, I think you have to be enthusiastic.
Okay, all right. Now we're getting
but happy. No, I don't actually think it's pedantic because I think happiness is different. I think, obviously, there must be loads of salespeople that are killing it and they're just off their face on coke and they're just not happy and they're just a mess and they're even depressed and they come in and they crush it on the phone.
Agreed. Okay. All right. Fair. So let me zoom out. What I'd say in that case is, for you to start attracting higher, which will get into the whole attraction thing, for you to start attracting higher, there has to be some form of happiness there.
Yes, but like...
And I've always lived by that.
But we both know someone who's not happy and doing well.
Arguably though, who says he's not happy? He might think he is.
Him. He says it. He says it. But he's enthusiastic though, which can't be denied. Like, he could...
No. Okay, I get what you're saying, but I still think he would say there's still happiness in the sense of he's enjoying his life, he's enjoying the fruits of his labor. Like, he still enjoys driving what he's driving, living what he's living. He just there's a part of his life that ain't happy. So let's
Yeah, I
really
guess.
like. I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every part of your life has to be happy. But what I agree with is that if you're thinking about how to attract abundance and attract wealth and attract success,
I agree with that.
there has to be some part of you that is able to turn on a happy frequency. When I first
agree
got
with
into
that.
sales, I wasn't necessarily happy, but I was able to turn on and understand. And again, this is where it goes to personal development. That's where habits and practices come into play.
I agree with
So I might have had a shit night, but I wake up in the morning, bam, affirmation, motivation, gym. Now I'm happy, endorphins, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like I do hear where he's coming from with the happiness makes money. Where I think he's gone mad, yeah, is that, man, obviously this is why we built the Cut the Crap, is a lot of these people online, zooming out of Nick Cannon now, yeah, just in the space, in our industry, online coaches, whatever. First thing that they do that I noticed is that, and I noticed this recently, yeah, because someone said it to me, is that they will say things and then drop the mic. When you deep what they've just said, it actually is nothing. like in the sense of, like, let me see if I wrote any down, yeah? In the sense of, like, I don't think I did. Not those quotes. What do you shoot at? No, all right, so in the sense of, like, well, I heard one recently,
people
man.
do say a
Let me
bunch of
try
nothing.
find one. Let me try
People
find
do
one.
say a bunch of nothing.
This might be a draw out for whoever it was. Let me try to find one because sometimes, bro, people say stuff that realistically is like, all right, I'll give you an example. Like, in life, there's going to be rain. But the thing is, there's also going to be sunshine. like, bro, of course there's going to be rain and sunshine. And people do really do those things, bro. And it really does hit.
Yeah.
Let me try to find this.
I just think the problem is that everyone says a lot of stuff, so there's going to be a lot of shit.
Yeah, throwing a lot of shit at the wall and hoping something will stick kind of thing.
But I just think if you listen to my day-to-day conversation every day, a lot of the time you say he's chatting shit. And if loads of people listen to it, you'd be like, he's chatting shit. I think the problem is that the audiences just now get so big that with the sunshine and the rain thing, that's going to resonate with one man, you know?
Yeah, but okay, so do you think that's good for the space? Like, yeah, you're right, it will resonate with one man. But like, my whole thing is, there's that, which is like putting out generic statements. So that was number one. Number two, another thing that people do is they insinuate that success and wins and happiness is mad easy because they break it down into few steps. So for example, it's like, even down to what they do in the clothing industry, it's like, if you just do this, this, and this, you get this. I think that's toxic. And I think that is going to have a negative effect to many.
I think the problem is...
Who's receiving it?
No, I don't even think that is. I think the things are simple, but it's the ease that they're doing people on. Like,
Okay.
Because you do actually just do this and do that. So like, for example, I could turn around to a 16-year-old and I could say, I can teach you how to make 25k a month. All you've got to do is, first, you've got to learn sales, and secondly, you've got to get a good sales role. Now, that's facts.
Yeah.
That ain't a lie.
Yeah.
But the problem will be is if I say, you just have to master sales, which is easy. You just have to read these 3 books. That's when it starts to become toxic. I think it's good that it's broken down into steps because it makes it seem like it's achievable. The problem is if someone makes it seem too easy, then when you don't get it, you feel stressed out.
All right, I'm going to play this clip here. We might have to cut this because it is someone in it. I don't know the person, but obviously I don't just want to be randomly drawing man out and things, but I just want you to, maybe we can...
No, it's not personal. No, hey, it stays in, bro. It's not personal. Yeah, it's not personal. You just had a howler this time. Like, you could probably go in a clip of me and find a shocker of
True.
me.
Always learn to say no. Don't always feel pressure to do what other people are doing. If you want to go out, then go out. If you don't want to go out,
Actually, UK man as well.
Wait.
don't always feel pressure to do what other people are doing. If you want to go out, then go out. If you don't want to go out, then don't go out. Too many people are scared to say no. My life especially started to change when I learned to say no to people. If I didn't want to go for a drink one night or I didn't want to go to a meal, I just said no, and everybody thinks that they're going to miss out on something like massive, but in reality, it's just a night out. Any other night out is going to be the same. And if you're going for drinks, it's just going to be a drink. But yeah, just one tip for today, learn to say no.
I like that.
No. I know what message he's pushing. I get it. I've got a whole episode of Adam talking about saying no. But when man say things like, if you don't want to go out, just don't go out. Broski, like, this is... I think it's the tone that things are delivered in, like it's mad philosophical.
Yes.
The first few seconds, it almost insinuates that, like, bro, if you don't want to go out.
Yeah, I hear that.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where I think the space gets washed out. So, for example, I don't know if you've seen their memes where man are like, They're mocking entrepreneurs.
Like,
The
I
fact-
started 3 businesses.
Yeah. And I feel like that does give, obviously this ain't a problem, it's just a conversational point, but it does give people in our space a bit of a bad
The
name.
space is shit. Let's be honest, like,
there
the
we
space
go.
is just shit.
There we go.
But the reason I think the space is bad is because they try and make it for everyone when it's not. So for example, we watched the video recently where the guy was talking about you have to feel like you're worth more, and you have to feel as if you're worth £10,000 a month, and then you'll make it. If you feel like you're worth 100k, that was a clip, we posted it, where we reacted to it.
Yeah.
Now my thing is, to someone that's in the space, that's found their vehicle, that is very sound advice, very, very good advice. To me 5 years ago, that was just working as a lift engineer, if I feel like I'm worth 10k, I'm still not going to make 10k.
Yeah.
So that's actually the problem. Like, no one, what is the vehicle? Like, how?
Yeah. Which I think is the missing piece.
Yeah, most people don't have the vehicle. So when I watch it, I'm actually, not only like, am I like, this is a bit of a rubbish video, I now hate my man.
Yeah, you think, yeah, you're
You're
the
a
other way,
pagan.
innit?
You're a pagan, bro.
Do you-
'Cause
but-
how am
but
I going to
why-
make money? My rent is due,
I can't
bro.
actually, the reason I can't relate to that, yeah, is because I was blessed where when I first come across personal development, it then started to work very soon after.
Because you already had your vehicle, though. Imagine if you got into personal development and you don't have it. Bro, all
Actually,
this
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
even
yeah.
like the happiness thing. The reason why my man's in his house just laughing and trolling it is because he doesn't have the vehicle. If he could apply it to his vehicle, bro, even if he was a footballer, and I'm saying to you as a footballer, you need to be happy, that would help. If you're a surgeon, that would help. If you're a salesman, it will help. All these different things, it will help. The problem is people don't have their vehicle, and now you're just telling me to be happy. Like, happiness ain't for you right now. Find your vehicle to be happy in. Like, that is the biggest thing that would annoy me. What am I going to do to get rich? I hear the mindset. I hear I have to wake up at 6. I hear you got to go to the gym. I hear all this stuff, but what am I going to do? And then the problem is people have shit vehicles, or they don't have a vehicle, and then they start waking up at 6. They start cutting off their friends. They start doing all these things, and their life just gets worse because they do all this bad shit and they don't make any more money.
Life just gets worse.
I think it does, bro. I think most of the people I know that are on the self-development journey, if they don't have their vehicle, their life got worse because
I disagree.
they've been sold on this thing where their life gets better, and because it's been sold to them as something that will be easy, they start doing it.
But
their
it
life
starts
doesn't
to
get
though.
better.
Like for example, if today you haven't got the vehicle, but you start by getting up at 6 and going to the gym and reading books and focusing more on your health, you will start to feel better, bro. Because it's self-care.
Yeah, no,
self-care is gonna make you feel better. And once you feel better, it is easier
That
to.
isn't necessarily self-care. That's what someone else has told you got to do. Self-care is what you do to make you.
No,
happy.
but they're generic things for all humans. If you wake up, bro, and you go to exercise, you have endorphins. This is biology.
no, 100%.
So you will feel better. Like anyone who wakes up today and goes for a walk will feel better than someone who didn't.
Yes, but I think there's a lot of people that are in the self-development pit where they just are doing stuff and their life isn't getting better, and in fact they feel worse off because of the self-development. It's like, I think they call it like red pill something.
I can't lie.
I think there's a mad toxic.
Yeah, you're opening up something else there, because I
space.
do agree with that. I do think, Alfie said to me years ago, I never used to understand it. He said that like, and this is going to be a bit controversial, yeah? But I can't lie. Yeah, we're going to kill ourselves on these kind of things, you know? I think Manu, even S might disagree with this as well, who just consistently keep going to these networking events and motivational events, like consistently, yeah? Like junkies for them. Whatever one happens, I'm going, wherever it is, yeah? I think, generally speaking, you end up chasing your tail a bit.
Yes, I think self-help junkies.
But-
there's a difference, because I think if you're the reason that most people continuously go is because they think that they're not enough yet.
Yes.
So it's the self-help junkies.
But why I find it so hard to say that with chest, yeah, and they'll do us anyway because they won't listen to this extra bit for the context, is that I am a big believer and advocate for you're never done in it. Yeah, it's always a continuous journey. I can always get into a bigger room. I can always lift a bigger weight. I can always do better with my health. There's always more. Yeah.
I think what it is that the self-help space is actually just a business. Like,
Yeah, there's that, and
and I
there's
think people have the people that continuously go are fiends for the self-help as opposed to actually growing in life. And I think that's the problem. It's like what happened to me when I came into the
Feels
space.
good, innit?
I was reading books. Every time I finished a book, it felt good. I didn't
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
do any
yeah,
better. I didn't
yeah,
actually implement the book, but I read it. I was told if you get money, you need to read a book. So I've read a book, and there's a disconnect. It's like the doing. You have to apply what you do.
they feel. I think people feel as good thinking about the thing as as doing. So like, but they shouldn't know.
Yes.
Like doing should not feel the same. Like it's a whole different feeling.
Yes.
But I don't think they know yet though. Because if you're looking at it from a point of view where I haven't done yet, I can't lie at first. Because it's mad, yeah. See, when I was doing high ticket sales, Charlie used to always say to me, like in the office, yeah. If I'm being honest, I was known as the personal development junkie.
Yeah.
I was that guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had the vehicle in it every day we're coming in. The reason why, and maybe you'll be able to answer from your point of view. For me though, even though I was a self-development junkie and I wanted to go to all the courses and all the seminars and all of that, but I was making more money though. So I linked it very closely, which is why I've never been able to unlink it with the more I develop myself, the more money I make.
You are a self-help junkie though.
I am, that's what I'm saying. But then for me though, it's always worked though.
Yeah, but you do the both. I think most people just do. So I'll catch you in the mornings. You'll be up like 7 a.m. and I'll just hear Alex Hormozy in the next room listening to him, whatever. Then you're meditating.
And these times he's listening to drill.
Then you're doing your thing, and I come out and it's like cool. But then you turn it off and you work. And I think that's the big difference. Like most man would just sit and just listen to that all day.
I think for me, personal development's always been almost like morning vitamins for me. So like my thing is, I know my flaws, and I know that I also, and I was saying this yesterday to someone, like I'm not one of them business owners that's like, oh, I never have time for fun. Like I'm gonna make time for fun because that's my sanity, and for me, that's my own thing. I enjoy fun. So I also realize because of that, it's like people go to the gym but they know they eat shit. They know that they have to go gym. I think that's me. Self-development is my gym, and my eating shit is my enjoyment, whether that's going out, whether that's whatever. It could be partying, it could be a late night, whatever. I think because I understand that, I've always subsidized, I guess would probably be the word, for that. So when I was on the phones though, why I was such a self-development junkie is because I understood the concept of, and they talk about this in the film Gridiron Gang, your way didn't work. So this is the way that worked. And I bought into that and I subscribed to that. And then I realized that what personal development really meant for me, and this is where I think I'm a bit different. Personal development for me is the studying of successful people to work out how they think and what they do and apply the things that I resonate with. I don't think everyone would say that though, for them. For me, personal development, when I watch a Hormozy video, you'll never hear me watch a video just for motivation. Firstly, I don't watch motivational videos. I actually hate that word. I don't watch you just gotta get up and go.
I bet you used to. That used to be my days. You see, early doors. What?
No, do you know what it is? I would
me.
always throw it in with something. So I always have something practical though. So like, for example, I used to watch Eric Thomas stuff, and Eric Thomas stuff is a bit like that. But then at the same time, I'd watch like a Brian Tracy or I'd watch like a Zig Ziglar, and it was just, as much as I had my vehicle though, I understood. So I think people go into the self-development space and they just throw themselves in, bro. They don't think about what's gonna work for them, what they lack. So for example, I understand that Hormozy right now aligns with my business structure. So cool, I'm gonna listen to Hormozy. On a day where I feel like I need a bit of motivation for the gym, I might watch that.
I would argue that Hormozy isn't self-help. I would argue.
I think it's all blurred now, innit?
But
It's all
you know
blurred
why I say
now.
that?
Because sorry to cut you, the motivation thing, that term, motivation, isn't actually, it's like when they say us, we're not motivational speakers, bro. But someone who doesn't know any better would say we are, though. I'm not a motivational speaker, bro.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I go online and just say, have a great day, people. Like, there's always something there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just say, or even when I do, it's not motivation, bro.
Yeah, but it motivates people.
Yeah, but I think a lot of things do. I think just document your journey does.
A
documentary
100%.
of Kanye when he was 15 could motivate you, but he wasn't a motivational speaker.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't think the thing, when I actually take a step back, I don't actually think that you are a self-help junkie. You are sometimes.
But wait, self-help, so say I'm a self-help junkie, we all should be though. I know what
No,
you're trying
the
to say, but I
junkie
think you're
term.
wording
No,
it
the
wrong.
junkie is the term.
Man should be
I
a
mean.
junkie off of self-helping yourself.
No, because the junkie is the problem.
No,
The
I don't think
junkie
that's
is
the
like
word you got to
fiend.
change. I don't think that's the no.
A junkie's like a fiend,
No, it
bro.
is, but I don't think that's bad to be a fiend for bettering yourself. I think that's where you're going mad.
No. I think it is because you should. I think the
bro?
feeling of it is what
It's
makes
obsession.
it bad.
You should be addicted to bettering yourself.
You
I know what you're
should
saying.
be.
I think it's the self-help bit that needs to be reworded. Self-help the real term of self-help is actually just helping yourself, which you should be addicted to. What you're referring to is, I would say, the motivational junkie. It's the motivation, bro. Why do you always need reminders of motivation all the time?
Okay, if you're in a self-help space, I think the reason I think the junkie thing is bad is because if you want to get better, it means you're constantly telling yourself that there's something that you lack, and I think it's a fine line.
It is,
So
but-
that's why I think it's like.
But that's like saying fitness PTs are they're fitness junkies.
Yeah, but that's the thing. No, that's the thing. There's a difference between someone that is into fitness and a fitness junkie.
Okay.
I think the junkie part makes it bad, and the way that they do it so cool. For example, someone that goes to the gym all the time, that's good. But if you constantly just watch the gym and think about, oh my gosh, I need to get my bench press better, I need to do this, eventually you actually tip the scale and now it's, all right, you're going a bit mad now. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
See, I think
it's
I'm
not
both.
actually self-help. Like, I think there's a level, and that's why I said the junkie term I don't actually think is good. I think the junkie term means you're overdoing it, and I don't actually think you overdo it.
Yeah, and I also think I'm both. So in the sense of, I know I do way more than I've researched, bro. I'd watch one video every few days, innit? And I'm doing all the time. So I definitely do. But if I'm going back to like high ticket sales days, yeah, I've always been 90 to 10, innit? It's always like I'm on the phones for 8 hours of the day, but I might have had a half an hour of watching certain things. But my thing was, and I really want to like hit this point. Personal development for me, first I would always say personal development, not self-help, personal development
that's best.
changed my life. But why it did is because for me, it was the process of understanding and studying people that I felt that were in a better position than me, that were more successful than me, and then stealing the bits of them that I liked and applying. I don't think you can go wrong with that. I don't think you can go astray with that. I don't think you can overdo that. It's just the process of you studying people better than you and understanding that, oh, okay, my man does this. Maybe I should try that because I haven't got those results. If I want to cook a certain way, I'm going to go try and find the best cook on YouTube. If I want to become mad fit, I'm going to go and study the habits of someone that I see as mad fit. I think that's mad binary, like black and white. Like, you want to do something, study someone who's done it and mastered. Do you agree?
I do agree.
But
I think I think just the problem is just with the overstudying. And and overstudying isn't even that term doesn't sit right with me. But
I think it's the balance of what you do, though.
the over looking into what someone does. So look, say someone like, I don't know, Diddy, for example. He gets 80% of his, it's just the 80-20 rule. So he gets 80% of the results from doing 20% of the things that people do. Now, where I think people go mad is they try to dig into everything they do. So for example, Diddy might drink sparkling water only. Now, a self-help junkie is on some, I need to drink sparkling water. That is what I need to do. When really, Diddy makes his money because, I don't know, obviously I haven't super studied Diddy, but he's got a keen ear to music and he's got a relentless work ethic.
Yeah.
They're the two things that you need to take. Don't worry about the fact that I go partying every Friday. You don't have to copy that.
Yeah.
You don't have to go partying every Friday. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that.
But well, I'll argue with that is my whole thing is when you're at a position where you haven't got what you want,
You just
you are
copy
not in a
everything.
position to choose, and you shouldn't. And that's why I think man don't make nothing.
Yeah, but then who can you copy? Because Diddy's successful, he parties, but then
I'm
someone
not
else
saying you
is
copy
successful and they
everything.
don't.
No, I'm not saying you copy everything. But what my point is that you just don't pick and choose. If you've noticed something about someone and you just want to, if you notice, for example, that, I don't know, like it's got to resonate, innit? If you notice that Dizzy gets up at 6 a.m., like for example, every part of personal development I've tried at some point. I've tried the 4 a.m.
Yeah.
club. It has to resonate with me. I think that's another thing. People forget who they are while they're carbon copying. So they're just in autopilot. Do you actually feel good when you wake up at 6 a.m? Like, if you don't, then don't. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because remember, above everything, going back to Nick Cannon's, is you've got happy makes money. So you've actually got to feel good doing the thing.
That was me. I done that. I woke up early. I woke up early every day, 100 days. Woke up at 6, went to the boxing gym. I just felt shit. And then I stopped, and then I made a load of money.
And you made a lot of money when you stopped?
When I stopped waking up at 6.
Yeah, because it didn't resonate with you.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
But I think that's the bit where people miss out on. It's like, it's okay. Like, my point is with self-development is find what works with you, find people you resonate with, take the traits that you would like to also have. I might not like the fact that Diddy's got 20 baby mums. Like, that's not the trait I want to take. So I just mute that. Like, which I guess is kind of contradictory to the pick and choose bit. But my point is, why I think is such a thin line is one of the downfalls, however, when you're early coming on, is starting to, like, that outlook you've got. I can't lie, I think I would have frowned on that if someone worked for me and they were like, yeah, I'm gonna do everything that you and Sam said, but do you know what though? I'm not gonna do that bit. But you're broke though. Like, who are you to choose what bit?
I copied it all. I copied it all. I copied it all, and it didn't work. That is what it is. I did copy it all. That's why I said I was waking up at 6. That wasn't my idea. If it was my idea to wake up at 6, a man on YouTube, he said, if you really want to make money, you need to wake up at 6 and you need to exercise as soon as you wake up. Okay, cool. I did that. I was like, okay, I'm not happy with this. This ain't fun. But I do it for a sustained period of time, so I know. I don't do it for one day and think, oh, I'm tired today. Yeah. I did it for 100 days, and I was like, you know what? My life is worse. I just didn't enjoy it. So because of that, I stopped doing it, started waking up at 8. When I woke up at 8, I was way happier. I had a way more balanced life. I still exercised, but I exercised in the evening, and I made loads more money, and I felt way happier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to resonate with you. It's got to connect. What do you think about, like, you see the whole chicken before the egg thing? So you see, like, going back to the happy versus money, like, you know, there's always that consistent argument of, like, the reason why I do fuck with that statement is because I've had a lot of people that will DM or whatever, and their whole thing is, bro, like, I can't lie, I just need $5,000, and then I swear, bro, I'll be doing what you just said. I'll do this, I'll do that. But right now, bro, and I've even got brethren, I've been in scenarios where, like, man are just waiting on the 10K or 20K, and then it's like, bro, I swear once I do that, everything will be easy. And then obviously my logical argument to that is, you've actually got to be easy first, yeah? Now, I know, again, I might fall into the Nick Cannon thing, and going back to the episode I've done with Alex Manzi, where his whole thing was being at peace first, then abundance comes, rather than the other way around. I can't lie, I agree with it, but I feel like you won't.
One thing about me, man ain't a philosopher. That's the first thing I want to say. I ain't a philosopher. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything about happiness, anything about that.
No, but I think that's a cop-out.
I know how to make money.
Are you happy though?
Yeah.
So then you know something about happiness. How did you get happy?
Well, I wake up in the morning and I feel it. Like today, I was extremely happy. I was walking up, I saw a man running. You know me, I'm a madman. I wound my window down. I said, keep going, mate. I was well happy on the drive, mate. I swear to you, I was well happy.
But why would you say you're a man to actually do that as well?
No, I did do it.
See, my man will wake up like certain days, and it would just run. That's how I know he's in a happy mood. Man would just talk to staff. Or the concierge, and just be, or even the delivery would be like, have a splendid day. It's sort of random.
I was brilliant.
But why would you say you're happy though?
At the moment, I'm just where life is at the moment. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with just how life is going.
Okay, was you? All right.
But I wasn't always.
When was the last time you wasn't happy?
Recently. It's
like, I mean, consistently, not having an unhappy moment, but like I'm in an unhappy space, a bit more than the moment.
The last time I actually wasn't happy, because I'm a very happy person. The last time I wasn't happy would have been either at work when I didn't know what I was going to do. That was it, because I didn't see a way out.
Give context to anyone who doesn't know anything about it.
So I was working, and I actually had a good job. I was a lift engineer, and I was doing it for some time, but I didn't know how I was going to progress from there. And that has always been my thing. I've always been someone that can be good as long as there's something that I'm working towards. So for example, a time I was stressed was during my A-levels. studying all the time. But the reason it was good is because at that time I thought that getting 3 A's is all I needed to do, and then I'm good in life. So even though at the time it was stressful, I could still be happy. The time I wouldn't be happy would be even in business, even if business was going well, if I didn't see a way for it to get better, ever, then I'd be stressed. And at that point, I didn't know what to do. I just stopped boxing because at first my break was going to be, I was going to be a boxer, and I was just stuck. I was like, boy, I'm just a lift engineer. I don't know what I'm going to do. So that was the time that I was unhappy. But with me, I'm the opposite to what you say. I would have to change something. Because I'm someone, you see, when I'm unhappy, I'm the worst person to be unhappy. My mum will tell you.
Yeah,
I
same.
sit in the unhappiness.
Yeah, same.
I'm unhappy.
Same.
And then they'll say, no, think positively. I say, I'll tell you why, and I'll break it down why I can't be happy. I'll tell you why. Should I tell you why I'm not happy? Because I've been working at this job for 4 years. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I don't know. So don't even tell me to smile and be happy. Tell me what I'm going to do.
Do you know what I think I have, which I think a lot of people could benefit from? I have what I'd say is an anchor, yeah? So I have a set of things that always worked with me to get into a quote-unquote happy space or abundance, and they've worked for almost 12 years. So whenever I'm in a bit of fluff, I go back to those things. And those things have worked for me and a lot of my people. So I think a lot of people should really deep that. Because, and you can make those things whatever you want. But what I mean by that is like, the same things that helped me from 19 to 20 years old, then helped me again from 25 to 26. These are like moments of, let's say, unhappy periods. And then again from 30 to 31, it's the same. So the same way that I just bounced back, realistically, is the same as what I'd done moving out of the ends when I was 20. So it works. Like, let's just kind of grab at it, yeah? And those things for me were how and this is where I think, like, I guess humble brag, where I think I'm quite powerful mentally, because I know how to shift my mindset to then shift my reality. So, because I know the principles in it, and I know the rules to it, and there are rules to it, I would say. It's like Nipsey says, these rich nigga rules I believed in, manifested, gave me lessons. Like, when I hear people say stuff like that, and I don't know you, and you're from America, and you it gives me further validation. I know there's rules, and there is. And then when you spend so much time, because this is what I think, going back to the self-help thing, where I think I'm very different to what we're talking about, as in those people out there, is my self-help was genuinely studying rich people.
Yeah.
Whereas I think their thing is, my man don't even necessarily need to be rich and they'll go and do it. You know them ones like, it's just a video that hits with the right music and the right caption. Whereas for me, it's Diddy, it's Jay-Z, these are undoubtable, like they're undebatable people. So of course I think there's a certain reliability. Right, little boat going past, you know. When the Thames.
Do you know what I would say the secret is? I think men need a mission.
Go on. This is what I was looking forward to doing this with you.
Yeah, I think men need a mission.
Because he's going to open up a lot. Go on.
So what I mean by that is, I'm always happiest, and I think that most men are, when they're on a mission.
What's
That's
her
when
name?
I'm
Said
happy.
that in it. I won't say her name, but she said that in the podcast.
No, I genuinely believe that. Like I said, in my A-levels time, I was happy. I was a man on a mission. When I was boxing, I was happy. Overall, I was happy.
I agree.
I might have a shit day, but I'd be like, but it's for a cause. I might be all beat up, my eyes black, my neck's hurting, everything's finished, but it's for a cause. The time I didn't feel happy was when I had no mission. Then I got bam, I hopped back on this mission. I'm happy. The reason I'm happy today is not because it doesn't even need to be a month where we've made loads of money, but it's for a greater cause. I'm driving up to do a podcast. I'm thinking, wow, this is so amazing. Like, I'm really on a mission. I think you need a mission. The people I know that are happiest are on a mission.
I fully agree with you. There's a few things I'm going to tell for that. Firstly, you said men. So women watching this won't connect with that.
I don't know about women. I've never been one.
I think I want that on the trailer.
Yeah,
I want that on the trailer.
I don't.
That has to be on the trailer. I don't know. We've never been one.
Yeah, I know.
I think the reason I'm saying that, I think we can generalize it. I think we all need a mission, man. I think women the same. Like, I think the going back to, obviously, man, I don't want to say her name in it. Yeah, I don't want to big her up on that. But in the pod that we done, what one of the statements that she said, which I found interesting, was men usually feel depressed when they haven't got a purpose and haven't got a mission. I agree with you, and I think most people watching this will sit and think, when was the last time you felt depressed? You probably didn't know what, because do you know what? I'll tell you something, yeah? It's to give them some personal shit. See, when you wake up, no mission, no structure, don't know what today consists of.
Yeah.
Like, don't know if you should pick up the phone to your brethren or just sit there or watch this, or because you have no direction, everything's an option. Yeah, even though it isn't because you're broke, but everything's an option in the sense of what like you might end up having 10 minutes on a job board and then 20 minutes watching a YouTube video, whatever. There's nothing worse than that.
Yeah,
I can't lie. There's nothing worse than that. And I feel like I agree with your point about many missions to feel happy.
I think women do too. I think they're just
women
different.
do too.
I think there can be different missions.
But I do think that someone watching this, and I'm kind of being you now, will sit and think, okay, but how do I? Because the next thing will be, but how do I find my mission?
Yeah, that's the thing. That I don't actually.
You got that off of them.
No. I don't have the answer to that. But what I will say is, you just try things, and you see me. One thing I've been very good at.
Agreed.
I make things important. So I used to say, if say I become overnight, I become a billionaire. Yeah. Money's done now. So money, I'm not gonna be getting more money. See what I would do? I would make football the most important thing in my life. I'm never going to be a pro. I'd go to a semi-pro club and play as if I'm a pro. Like, I would go and get sportsmanship. I would make that my mission. Like, I'm very good at making trivial things a mission. So it's like, my first thing was, like I said, was my A-levels. Then it was boxing. I just decided. I didn't love boxing.
I do that with what we do now.
I just decided. But I think you can decide. And I think where people go wrong is they think they have to love it. I'll be honest, when I boxed, and I first got in there, I didn't love it. I loved the idea of the end goal. So I'm on some, all right, cool, that's my mission. Then you start loving it. I think the main problem that people have is they think when you get in, you're going to love it.
But I think that's because going back to that space of, and this is a mad, and it's on topic, it's a mad toxic phrase that I think people put out there, which is find your passion first, bro.
It's an idiot thing.
It's an idiot
thing. And it leaves you stuck. And it leaves you stuck in
100%.
life, bro. And you know what? Why it's sad? You see the find your passion thing, oftentimes it comes from people that genuinely mean the best. Like, that's something that your auntie might tell you, or like your big sister might tell you. Like, it's a really nice, endearing thing. But the problem with it is, I don't know my passion. A lot of people don't know their passion.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know their passion, firstly. Secondly, when I think about, because look, when I got into sales, I didn't get into sales because it was passion. I was out on the road, like I was outside, like I had nothing. So my thing is, I need something that, this is literally the quote unquote short story of how I got into sales. And this bit here I haven't actually explained, because we always talk about the bit that benefits. Like this bit here I haven't explained. I'm 18, and now I'd say kicked out. She would say something different, but I got kicked out. Big up my mum, love her to bits. Got kicked out. So now I'm in a position where it's like, okay, cool. I don't go uni anymore. To break it down in a simple way, I'm just thinking I need something that makes money. Cool. So that's the first thing we know. I need something that makes money. Then I'm realizing, because they programmed you, and especially then, that it's going to be hard to get anything that makes money without a degree. And I've dropped out of uni. So now I'm thinking, okay, cool. So I need something that makes money that doesn't require a degree. So then I'm looking and searching. I'm starting to find out a lot of these entry level. This is actually how it went, actually, when I think about it. I started finding entry level roles that required no degree. And they used to call them, like, it used to be termed like account executive. And I used to think that sounds cold, but it was a sales role, but it required no degree. So the first few roles I got into were like telesales roles. Like, I'm talking like BT and these like call centers or whatever. And then I started to dig into that space and realize, and then, so fast forward all of that, probably about, again, a year later, it still wasn't my passion, sales wasn't. It was that, and this is interesting, because again, I don't think I've ever spoke about this. Sales wasn't the passion, the personal development was the passion, which was just a part of the process. But the whole sales floor, not everyone was on personal development like me. Like I was going to say earlier, Charlie used to actually say, bro, like I hear all of that, it's good and that, but fucking hell, you do it way too much. Charlie, if we used to ever bring him on the show, would probably say, mate, this guy loved it so much. Like, if I didn't get results to start getting money, man would have laughed at me, bro, because I was just a personal development junkie. Do you get what I'm saying? So then we're a year in now, and the passion is personal development. 2 years in, the passion is now making money.
Yeah.
Bro, my point is that it took many more years for me to realize, okay, let me unpack this. What do I like about this? Okay, I'm making money. Okay. But it must be more than that, because I actually enjoy it. So then I realized talking to people is part of that. Okay, that's one thing. Then the other thing, maybe the challenge of convincing someone something against, because I'm thinking I also like that with the opposite sex as well as someone that I'm selling. So that's something I like. Cool. Then I'm thinking on top of that, again, if I'm being really cutting the crap, in hindsight, I think, you know, like for example, say you live in a penthouse, yeah? In that penthouse, you end up having the best parties ever. it ain't that you love living in penthouses. You loved that penthouse because you had the best parties ever, right? And we often do that. We link certain things.
yeah.
So when I think about my passion for sales, I don't think it started as a passion for sales. I was working with my friends. I'm making loads of money. I'm young. I've got nice stuff. We're living the best life.
Yeah.
Like, this passion for sales comes way later, bro.
Yes, bro.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So I think if I had to give someone advice on how to find it, yeah, I would say find something where you like the end result.
Yes.
Where the end result you like, because that's always gonna drive you. That's always gonna keep you on track if you like the end result. And find something that you don't dislike.
Yes.
That's actually what I would say. Or
Yes.
find something that you kind of like.
No, that you don't hate.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
don't
Big
hate.
fact.
Yeah.
Big
Find something
fact.
that you
That's
don't
all
hate.
it is. That's all it is. Because look.
I think that's
That will allow you to actually try things. That's the problem. So like, there's someone I know that's younger than one of my friends, yeah, and I tried to help him out, and he'll do something for a few days, and he'll be like, not for me. My thing is, everything's not for you though. You can't hate everything. Like,
do you know what it is that kills it, bro? It's the narrative that's put out there of find something you love and you never work another day in your life.
yeah, bollocks.
No.
It's cap.
No. I can't. I wouldn't say it's
tell
just
you why.
bollocks.
No, I tell you why I'm saying it is. You don't have to. I'm saying it is.
Go on.
I love football. If I was a footballer, best believe I will work days in my life, bro. You think every day I wake up and I want to play football? What's something you love?
But would it feel like work though? It won't,
Yes,
bro.
it
It
would.
won't.
Of course
Okay,
it would. Anytime
what,
you do
what
something
part of what
against
we
your will,
do feels like work to you?
anytime it's something against my will, if I had to do something early, if I have to wake up early for something, it does feel like work. This doesn't, because I'm enjoying this. It's pretty free time. It's about if we had. So
No,
for
you're right.
example,
No, you're right.
the
'Cause there's things that you asked me to
The event
do.
that we did on Saturday, let's say, waking up super early and practicing the keynote, that actually felt like work, bro. They did. I like it, but it felt like work.
No, you're right.
Like, it will feel like work because as a human being, you don't want to do things every day, bro.
So really, we're saying that narrative's bullshit.
Look at Jazz and Twan and how often they go to the gym. They love the gym, yeah. They do not want to go to the gym every day. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way.
That's true.
Some days you wake up and you just don't want to do it. That's natural. But the problem is, I think the toxic part
the phrase is just void,
that's what I
innit?
think, and I think that makes it toxic because people actually do think, nah, there's some man, they love what they do. They do love what they do. I love what I do. But if I'd be a liar if I got up here and I said it never feels like work. Some days it does.
Do you know what I think? Firstly, I just want to rule off, and I think something we're gonna do on this every episode. There's gonna be something we just cancel. Like, no, I don't even want to use that word because everyone does, but something we just call as crap, and that is it.
That's
crap.
fine. The find your passion thing and you won't work another day. That's the crap.
I think that you won't work.
No, that's
getting cut. That's getting cut. The whole
100%.
Find something you love, because that's what they say, right? Find something you love and you'll never work another day in your life.
Mm-hmm. And follow your passion. Follow your passion is bad.
Both bullshit. But I was gonna say something. You just said feels like work. Fuck, man. You said something about then it feels like work. Don't feel like work to them. Feels like work to us. Fine. Yes. Who that appeals to is a man sitting in a dead end 9-to-5 job that they don't enjoy. And then they're seeing it as, for example, if I post something saying right now, like, I can't believe this is work. I'm in the UK traveling, filming with my friends, which is real. Like, I genuinely, like, that's real. I genuinely get to a point where I'm like, this is sick that this is work. Like,
Yes.
man's achieved a lot
Yes.
that this is work. But someone in their office right now who's not happy is like, I need that.
Yeah.
They're
grow
thinking,
up
I
the
need
greener
something.
thing.
Yeah, they're thinking, I need. I'm never gonna be happy until I find.
But
Because, bro, man, think that they think I'm never gonna be happy.
Yes. Until you find out.
What do you think?
No, I ain't like you. Look, just cancel it. You look, this done a mad 360 in my head. Yeah, that's mad.
But what do you think about? Because I feel like you, of all people, can definitely, because you've tried many different things. You've done loads of different things. Yeah. Do you feel like you are doing like? Listen, if we're cutting the crap, you know you're gonna dim your light. But if we're cutting the crap, you're successful. Yeah. Do you feel like you're successful because you're doing what you love?
No.
Yeah, I feel like you actually got successful at things you don't give a fuck about. Yeah. To be honest, like you don't care about, like you care, but not. It's not your. What would you say your ground passion is?
It's mad because everything he says has related. Because I'm listening to those things, thinking, okay, so what do I love? Trying to find what I love, and then you just basically put it into perspective. Because if I was doing what I think I love every day, I probably wouldn't love it as much because there'd be days that
It is a hard
one.
I also
because the thing
think
is, what
naturally as a human, you start to love things where you feel important and you get quite good at it.
Agreed.
So when you start something, it's hard to love it because you're not actually good. Like imagine I don't know, if I started football now and I played for a team and I was shit and they were getting onto me and I was on the bench, I wouldn't love that. But
Yeah,
if I
but
played and I'm
but-
kind of the star man and it's like, oh yeah. It was
Yeah, but you know why I disagree with that? There's rappers out there that love rapping and they're shit, but they still love rapping.
Yeah, but I don't think they feel shit. I
Yeah,
don't
that's what
think
I'm
they
saying.
feel
Oh, you're
shit.
saying if you felt shit.
Yeah, it's always feeling like, do you
But
think
do you
you're
ever
shit?
really feel shit if you love it? As another,
I do, because this
You're
is
quite a
something with
realist,
me.
innit?
Yeah, I'm bad on like,
But that takes real self-awareness to say, I could love
I'm
something.
bad at that.
Because I'll be honest, recently,
I'm bad at liking things I'm bad at, which is a bad thing.
recently I've found it uncomfortable getting certain criticism on things we're doing that I thought I was always cold at. So for example,
Natural.
building a personal brand, I've done for 5 years without any guidance.
Natural.
And I would say I've done that successfully.
Yeah.
But now we're more serious and there's a team and there's input.
That's
and we sit-
natural, because you've attached your ego to it. That's natural.
Yeah.
Things you
yeah,
think
yeah,
you're good
yeah.
at. Like, for example, speaking French. I've been shit. If I went to France and I said something and my missus was like, you're rubbish at that,
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. Like, I'd just laugh.
Yeah.
I'd just laugh and be like, yeah.
It's because
you
you've
know.
attached your ego to it, innit?
But if it was...
Because you've told yourself you're cold at it.
But then look on the flip side. Remember when you guys said that I wasn't good at what was it? You said that sometimes I don't speak well. That offended me because I was like, no, I do. It's the
My
same thing.
boy got so offended.
Yeah.
But the maddest thing is, man wasn't saying he wasn't good. Well, all man said is that he started to talk a lot more slang. When I first met Cam, but it wasn't even you just get to know someone more. I think you've always probably spoke the same amount of slang. Obviously, you do rub off on more who you're around, and I probably don't help that because I think I talk quite a lot of slang. But yeah,
No, that was what it was. I'm not saying, but that, for example, small thing is that's what I mean. You didn't diss me, but it's very trivial.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it offended
that's
me.
very trivial. It wasn't very trivial.
Well, no, it was in the sense of like it's not actually important. You weren't dissing me.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
not
yeah,
big.
yeah.
So it was like, yeah, but I was offended by that. But it's like if things that you attach your ego to, you get offended by it. If someone turned around to me and said, "Look, if I said to you, bro, I can't lie, you're not good at closing, bro. That was weak. That close was shit."
No.
You'd be like,
But I wouldn't be offended by saying the clothes was shit.
okay,
If you said I was
you weren't
overall
good
not
at sales,
good,
if I said
then
you
that's
weren't good at
crazy.
sales, you'd be
But
like,
you know what? I
"Whoa,
can't lie. I don't know if it would offend me. I think you get to a certain level where you're so sold on yourself that it's hard to get in there.
It would
Some
offend
things-
you if it was someone that you. Okay, hear this. It would offend you if it was someone that you.
Put on a
that
pedestal.
You, respect.
But you know what I think it won't? Remember, we spoke about this before. Because sales shows direct results. So unfortunately, it's
that's
hard to validate.
That's true.
It's
That'd be like if you-
opinionated.
yeah.
It's like you saying that a rapper shit, okay, but it's triple platinum.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's
you're
hard
right,
with those things.
you're right.
But I want to go back though to something. 'Cause one thing I don't want to do is confuse the people. Yeah. So you see the whole thing about like finding your passion, doing something you love. Like our point is effectively. I just want to be clear on our point. Is that realistically, because I don't want to. You know, I don't want to confuse people because we are doing something we love. Yeah, we are.
start loving it.
Well, we did.
I didn't.
I'm talking about like niche group and us working. We did.
Yeah, but that's so far into the journey.
True.
That's why it doesn't.
True.
I feel like
No,
the
true.
people that are stuck
True.
and they're not sure if they love something, they're at step 1. Niche group was a step 15.
Yeah, I think the real shit is, and I'm sure you'd agree with this, is man don't care about what you love so early, bro.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Just eat
turn
the
up.
shit, bro.
What are you
Just eat
talking
the
about?
shit.
Do the reps, bro. You're not meant
do
to
not
love
wanna
this
eat
shit, bro.
People do not want to eat shit. You have to eat shit. Like, you just
Yeah.
have to.
I think that's the main thing. I think like don't focus too early. 'Cause I want takeaways within this. Like don't focus too much early on what you love. But then all right, cool. So that's that. That's for the people at that stage. Talking about S and even shout out Crabs. I had a conversation with Crabs the other day, and a couple of my brethren are in points where they're doing well. Like they're actually doing well. They're doing well, but they don't. Now the next thing is they don't feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
Which happened to me, I would say, in sales. Like I was doing well for years, but I didn't feel fulfilled. That, just a big disclaimer, is a next chapter. So don't be trying to do this
Yeah.
early on. But for that chapter,
That's more challenging.
that's where I do think you do have to start thinking about, okay, how can you monetize something you enjoy? What is it you enjoy? And is there, but I can't lie to you, bro. I think, don't know if you'd agree. I don't know if it's a bit generic, but I think there's more people there. Maybe around me though. Like, so I've got a lot of friends that do really well, but don't love what they do. A lot. I've got a lot of friends.
Yeah. That's hard. I think that's way more challenging. I can't lie. I think the first step is easy because the first step you just try something, you get good at it. The first mission is to just make money and become proficient. those two things will probably make you quite happy. If you're doing something day to day, you're developing a skill, you've got the end goal in mind. Blah, blah, blah. You see, once you get to that end goal, that's where it's hard. Like I was watching something with Fury. Tyson Fury said his whole life he wanted to be a heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, whole life. That's all he ever did. He was happy up until then. He just wanted to be a heavyweight champion. He wanted to be. As soon as he got it, what am I meant to do now?
That happens to a lot of people, man. I think that happens to me a lot as well. Like, it's like you work so hard towards a goal.
Yeah.
Now you've got the goal.
That's a big challenge though, and I don't know the answer to that because that's why I said,
think I've overcome
that's why
it,
I think
though.
you have to be on the mission. The mission's over. Like for him, his problem was that he
He's
wanted
no
to be
longer on
heavyweight
that mission.
champion.
So I was
the
going to
mission's
say,
over.
the real answer is, firstly, is find another mission.
Yeah.
But secondly, a reason I feel I can talk on that is because I was that. I've lived that. I spent 6 years, 7 years making loads of money, and then got to a point where I'm like, okay, this ain't fulfilling. So then I tried Rap City because I just thought, let me be a bit more creative and get like outside of my comfort zone. Then I realized in that process, okay, I do enjoy this, but then I clocked, okay, with everything you do, there's bits you don't enjoy. So really, because with everything you do, there's bits you don't enjoy, what you want to do is find the thing that has the least of that. And doing things like rapping, car rapping, the bits that I didn't enjoy were way more painful than how I felt I was in sales. So I stepped out for a bit and realized, okay, do you know what, let me go back to sales. But then I would say how I then was able to marry it up is prior to that, being in high ticket sales, product wise, we didn't give a fuck about what we were selling, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, we'd buy into the product and we'd know we were selling good products, but we didn't care about it. I wasn't selling something I was passionate about. Whereas what I realized is the pivot why now I think I feel so fulfilled is we're selling something we're mad passionate about.
Yeah.
So I've been able to, so I say that to say this, if someone is thinking about how to do that pivot, or even like the conversation with S, or even the conversation with Quabs, I said it to Quabs the other day, is now, even like for you, your task now is to work out how you can find something that still is making you money incorporated with something you also enjoy. And I don't want to make this sound mad easy, but I don't think it's as hard. Even you saying that's the harder one, someone at the beginning will disagree because man could, but now we're talking about from a point of money though. So now you kind of got time to trial and error. Like I did in Rap City, I had time, I could lose all that money.
Yeah, but the problem is that, especially once you start to get good at something, you don't want to go back to ground zero. That's a big problem. It's like, I've got all this money, I'm a top guy, I'm respected. If I walk into, I don't know, my own office, I'm respected. I don't want to go down with them, man, and have a man shout at me and have a man tell me that I'm a fool.
Yeah.
That ain't me. So I think you grow ego. I think a big problem as well is when the people, what happens is once you start to get good at something, I think if I could say it, it would be don't get too attached to anything that you've got. So Fury's problem was that he shouldn't have actually wanted to be the heavyweight champion that bad, but then I could argue if he didn't want to be it that bad,
He wouldn't have got it. Yeah.
So but the reason I say that is like, I just don't think you should put your identity to one thing. That's why a man always asks me about me. Who am I? I'm Cam. I'm just me.
That is a big gem. That's where, that's literally the beginning of cutting the crap on it, the
And
mask.
I'm great. Like if man asks me, what am I? You see me all the time. I say, what are you? I'm great. That's it. I don't know what that is. I'm just great though.
It's mad you say that, because you see in America, like I spent a lot of time in America. In America, this thing in LA that is like an unwritten thing that everyone does, is you ask them who they are and they always tell you what they do. And my dad asked me that like one time, he said, who are you? I can't lie, bro.
I never say it, ever.
I was going to say not to get deep, but to get deep, if you ask someone who they are, 9 out of 10 times they're going to say what they do.
Yeah, that's mad.
And that's what's fucked about
Cam.
life.
That's my thing. You know my thing. I'm Cam. No explanation. Who am I? I'm Cam. What is Cam? Great.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't, because what happens is then you can't pivot. Like, I just think that makes it hard, man. I think that's all I would say. Don't attach your being with one particular thing, because then it's like what happens with a lot of footballers. A lot of footballers get depressed afterwards because they've always been known as the footballer. Okay, what about when you're not the footballer now? Who are you now?
Yeah, big fact.
But then how do you determine when okay, you're planting one seed and then spreading multiple seeds? How do you do? Because some people would say, okay, stick to one thing and become great in that one thing.
No, I still think you should stick to the one thing, but I just don't think you should put your identity towards it.
What do you mean? Elaborate on that a bit more.
Because in regards to what you're saying about like basically like trying out different things to see what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then say you've really got something that's going good and it's working, it's making you money, but you don't fully enjoy it, but it's doing well and you haven't hit the peak of that thing.
Yeah.
You could then take your attention away.
No, I would just do that, and I would tap that out, and I would use whatever I get from that too. Because remember, you see, when you're in a good position, you can actually afford to do things that don't necessarily make loads of money, but you enjoy, innit? Let's be honest, innit? Yeah, because you've got the enjoyment factor and you've got money. So my point is sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do to get the money up, to go and do what you want to do, which ain't going to make as much money, and that's fine if you're happy with that. The problem is that a lot of people, I think, goes back to what Cam's saying with the Mars, is that you've made the money from that first thing that you didn't enjoy. Now you're doing something you do enjoy, but now you're craving bare other things. Could be fame, could be attention. Like, just be all right now with that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So like you see man, for example, that make money from something they don't enjoy. Could be legal or illegal, yeah? They make money from something they don't enjoy. But now that you've got money, bro, you only did this because you quote unquote needed money. Now you want attention and fame and all these other things. All we're actually doing in the process of that is creating problems for ourselves. You're creating new wants and needs. So now you're never actually going to feel any form of fulfillment. So you think it's because you're not, this thing you're doing is not giving you enough, but it isn't. It's an internal thing. Like look how much man we know, bro. Especially nowadays, even in this podcast industry, like look how much man who have run it up from the roads and have got loads of money, and now you just want attention. You're not making money off the new thing you're doing, but you just actually just want attention. That's the thing you want. But arguably, someone could say that for them is now their biggest win, though, isn't it? Like now they got the money from something they didn't enjoy, and now they're enjoying everything that doesn't make money. And I guess for them, their pattern. So I think it's just about really working out, like, one, obviously cliche, but what is the goal? But two, when you're like, what are we doing this for? Like, what are you doing this for, bro? I think that's the biggest thing. Like, what are you doing this for? Like, I think a lot of people get lost in the process. So when they get lost about what they're doing, it's because they got lost about what they're doing it for. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing it for will help you really know what you're doing.
I don't think enough people start with the end in mind. I think
Yeah.
you just have to think about all I ever did was think of the big thing that I wanted to be. Like, I can't lie, the way I live my life is so simple. Like, I really just dumb everything down. I think of who I want to be. All right, cool, I want to be that guy. To be that guy, what are the steps that I have to do? And I just do the steps. Literally it.
What I do think happens, and this is something I want to talk about on another episode, what I do think happens is, and I think it happened to me as well, it happens to everyone, is along the way, you can lose track of why you started.
100%.
So I started sales
That's easy.
really originally to make money. But that money was to show
Wasn't
my
it
mum
to put money into the thing?
into new money PR. Like my original reason for why I got in sales was never wanting to stay in sales.
Yeah.
Like ever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Cold.
I just wanted to run it up
That's
and go and start. But at the same time, the whole journey I did always do that, whether it was Grow Daily, brand therapy, like I did always start building those things. And really we're here now, innit? Like that's what niche is, innit? But I think what did happen, and I think something for people to know, is that along the way, I lost track. I forgot why I was doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main thing. So you see when man get to this like fluff point of like, oh, what do I do next? Just think about why you started it, bro. What was the reason you started it? That will really help you. That will really help you navigate.
But what if that's changed now?
Yeah.
Because it can easily change.
What do you mean?
Like, I started this because I wanted to start new money PR, but now I'm in sales and I'm 7 years deep into sales. I don't actually want to start new money.
Yeah, that's
PR.
fine. But now I think it goes back to your point, which is now what's your new mission? I think the biggest thing, one of my biggest takeaways from today is there has to be a mission.
Yeah.
If there's a mission, you will feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
'Cause you know what's so amazing about the mission, yeah? You feel fulfilled even like every step of the way, innit?
Yes.
Do you know
You know
what I'm
what?
saying?
I read a book, very good book called Ikagi or Ikage. I don't know. See what the people that live the oldest, they have a mission, but
I know.
but
Is
the
it
problem
Japanese?
is- yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Japanese book.
yeah.
The problem is people think that the mission has to be what everyone else's is. A lot of the old people's missions is to just grow a vegetable patch.
Yeah.
To
And
make
that's
sure that it's
okay.
healthy. And that
But
is
you helped
fine.
me with that.
Yeah.
You helped me with that in the sense of, I used to think that you have to do 100 things in a day.
Yeah.
And that's always been my thing. But now, but then sometimes you can do 100 things in a day mediocre, or you can do 2 things in a day and do amazing at it.
Yeah.
And I think that's another
Yeah.
thing where people go, man.
It's okay, man, to have a small goal.